Hi, welcome to Peggy's Chalk and Ink. So good to see you tonight. I can't wait to do a little bit of Halloween. Look what we're going to put together tonight. We are going to put together this one. It is called Moon. The Moon Made Me Do It. Okay, sounds pretty good to me. I think that's great. And then we're going to actually put it on this board. This is a found surface. I just sanded it just a little bit, and I'm going to wax it now. How are you tonight? So glad to see you. Super glad to see you. Let me just make sure that I'm on here, and I sure am. This tonight worked out good. I don't know what happened last night, but last night was a real, I don't know, it was just a bust all the way around. So we're just going to wax this just a little bit. And this is my little wax pad, and I always keep it inside my wax container. There's no smell, no odor, so I really like this, and it's in a small container. Looks like that right there. So there we go. And yeah, pretty awesome. Oh, I gotta put my pad back in there. Today's Friday. I know, it's like fabulous Friday night. Okay, I'm just gonna set this aside, and I am going to open this up. We're going to take a fuzzing cloth because we need to fuzz. Certainly do. And we are going to fuzz this. You take it out of the package. Remember that when you take your transfer out, you want to take it out like this. Just save your package because it sticks after you wash it. It goes right back in. And on the back, there's always some information on here that you could actually add a little bit more after you were done if you wanted to do that, if you forgot something or like something. And so this is the back. I do want to cut this in half because I'm going to use this in a different spot. So I'm just going to cut this right down the middle. I hope it's the middle, because I have my own idea of what I'd like to do. Let's set it right, the spider right over here, and I'm going to do the moon first, okay? So we're just going to take this off. We're going to fuzz it. And we always fuzz because we want to take a little bit of the brand new sticky off of our transfer and not have it stick or stretch when we pull it off of our surface, okay? And so I'm just going to do that and just do that a few times. And when it's new and there's a lot of green, see there's a lot of green on there, that means there's more places for it to stick. Okay, so we're just going to have a little bit of fun. So I think that's pretty good. I'm just going to set that right over there. And I want to put my moon right up here in the corner. And I think that looks pretty good right there. We'll see though. If I need to move it, I can do that. Let's just pull that down. And let's just even that up with that, and go from the middle and take out all your bubbles. And if there's any bubbles in there, just lift it up, go like that, and just take that down. Okay, now black, sometimes it's a lot harder to see the stars and the moon, and there's some little embellishments around the outside there. So we are going to take care of that. I see a little bit of a sticky in there. Sorry, I'm not looking up, but it's right there. It's a piece of fuzz, probably off my fuzzing cloth, but we'll just get that off there. And we'll put that down again, and what it does is it just keeps it kind of smooth, okay? So we are going to use on the moon itself, turn that around so you can see it. And I think I'm just going to put this up here because the light will shine on that a little bit better for me to see even, and probably easier for you guys to see. So let's just do that. And I think I'm going to use my blue around it. And I wanted to use my green. I have this beautiful green that I wanted to use. This is Wild Lime. And the only reason I was saying that I didn't really want to do it was because it's Wild Lime is one of our specialty ones that we got, and it was we have special colors that come out, in Vogue they call them, and they come out, and then we have them, and then they don't come out again. They discontinue them after that launch. So sometimes you want to hop on and grab some of these really cool colors, because this is a spring color, it's a Halloween color, it's just beautiful, and it mixes up nicely, and I think this is going to make a really pretty moon. But you can do yellow, you can do any kind of yellow that we have, that would work too. And so I just thought that this green would look awesome on here, okay? So I'm going to make the moon with this lime, Wild Lime. Make sure it's nice and creamy dreamy. It's getting there. I used a lot of it the last time I was using it, so they do dry if you don't use them. So you have to every now and then go into your stash and get them stirred up and keep them nice and creamy dreamy. That's the thing about the jars. The jars are bigger, and your little packets that you get are sometimes much better to use for smaller projects, okay? I do some pretty big projects because I have a means to sell my created items, okay? So that's one cool thing about being a designer. You can make a little bit of money. So let's get this out of the way. Let's get this over here. I'm going to move that over just a smidge. And I want to do the moon. And I want to do the little things that streak out of it, okay? And this is kind of a yellowy, it's really hard to see on the black surface, but as I'm going along, you can really see through that. So I'm sorry if my head's in your way. I want to keep it off of my little stars or little gleamers that are in the back there. We'll just come up there, makes it just a little easier. Okay. We're just going to get that going there like so. I hope I'm live for you guys tonight. I hope you can hear me. I hope everything's fine. If it's not, please let me know. Again, I apologize for last night. I don't know what happened. I believe that my camera that I was using, that I had troubles with it, because tonight I tried to hook it up and get it ready, and it just didn't work. So I think that might have been what the problem was. A little technical difficulty. So that's usual. Okay, so there we have that. We have that right there. Now I'm going to go in here. I'm going to take some white. We have our bright white. I'm going to take that. And we're going to do the moon. Made me do it. All right, so let's do that. Let's get it going. And that's what we're going to do there. And even if I get a little bit of that green in there, I don't mind at all, because this is a dark, spooky night, okay? And I just make sure that I've got all of that on there. Take off my extra. Make sure that we don't have any white spots in there. And get that nice and picked up and put back into my jar. And I was real careful not to get it in my jar. And then we're going to take, I was going to do fresh, but I think I'll do this. This is Disco, And let me take one of these. And disco is going to be right here on these stars. Now the stars aren't going to be super bright, but I wanted them to be different than the rest. So you can still kind of see them. Can you see them? And disco is another one that we had. This was one of our color of the month. So if you become a team member, you have the option to be able to get color of the month, which is amazing. When you have color of the month, you get to have that first. Okay, and we always get ours first, and who doesn't like to get in on the goods first? Yes. All right. And I have one over here, one little starry star right there. All right. Okay, ready? Let's whisk this off of here. Oh, you guys, that is so cute. Look at that. Oh, that's a good color. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Good, good. Okay, take a little spray here. Spray my screen. Just to keep it kind of dampish. Hopefully it doesn't come off on the... Okay, I'll set it over here. Set it over out of the way. All right. Okay, so isn't that just awesome? Look at that. Very, very cool. Okay, isn't that wild line just cool? Makes you just want to have some. All right, let's dry it so I don't get myself in the way. So this is a found surface. It was probably found at me and my Hobby Lobby. I like to have a few things from Hobby Lobby. I love our stuff at Chalk. Our Chalk items are pretty darn cool. But every now and then, it's just really kind of nice to have something out of the norm. So one thing I want to note is sometimes when you look at your transfer, you'll want to look at it because our transfers, a lot of them are rustic. And so they have little dots in there. So they're not perfect because, you know what, we're not perfect either. So these are crafts and they are fun. And so if that bothers you first, check your transfer and make sure that you can get into that so you can notice that there are some little places that aren't perfect. So if it drives you crazy, you could take our daughter or our little tool and you could add to that a little bit to make it feel a little better if you so desire. So it's your project, it's your ideas, so you can do whatever you like. I'm just here to share with you an idea so that you can go, oh, I would really like to do that, but I'd like to have that spider in red, or I would like to have it in, you know, whatever color that you would like to have. So, you know, it's just kind of that way. Just about you and what you want to do, okay? So, I'm cleaning this up so I can use those again. Just going to toss that over there in my little trash and get a clean one. Because as you all know, I am Messy Marvin. That is my name. And that's the name of the game. So I already got it on the table. Already got that on the table. Alright, so now I'm going to set this aside now while we fuzz our spider. Okay, are you ready? We're going to fuzz the spider. So I have an idea for the spider. And the spider's going to go down there in the corner. So there's our spider. And the only reason that I put the moon on the top was because the moon's up in the sky. So when you hang this up, it's going to be hanging up on the wall. So my idea is that the spider could be pointing down, okay? But you might have a different idea or just another idea and make it look really cool. So that's pretty sticky still. This is pretty cool. I'm not a spider person, but I really think this is really, really fun. And when we went to ChalkCon, we did this one with a little bit of resin added to it to give it some dimension. And so that was really fun. It's great. You can probably hear that when I pull that off. Isn't that nice? It's so cool. It's like you can hear it pull on there. Okay, so I think we're done. Oh, let me leave that on there so I put that back. And we're going to take this, and we're going to take the bottom, and I'm going to put this over the top, the white piece right there, because I don't want that touching anything that I've already done. Okay, so then I'm going to take my Spidey. And I'm going to put my spider right there. Should I move it over just a tiny bit? Looks about right. Okay. So there is where our spider is going to go. Can you see that? So we're just going to do that, and I'm putting this on there so that my piece doesn't affect what I'm doing here. And we made that just perfect, you guys. The leg goes right up to the edge there and right to the edge right there, okay? So now, spider. Should I do green for the spider, or should I do orange? I think I should do green. I think I should do gravity. Or, excuse me, this is called Take Note. We have a gravity that looks kind of like this too. What do you think? What do you think, you guys? Give me an idea. Help me out here. Okay, let's do the spider in green. All right, or I could do him in blue. I could do him in Duchess. Green or Duchess. Let's do, I don't know. Wish you were on here with me so I could have an idea. Take Note is gorgeous. Take Note is this beautiful, beautiful green. Or Duchess is a shimmery. Let's do, all right, I'll do green. I'll do it. Okay, let's give it a stir. It's brand new. I bought two when I bought them, so let's just make sure it doesn't need any extra. I think that's pretty good. Let's get my little. Okay, now this takes just a little bit longer because we got to find the legs and the body. All right, and then we're going to do this. Let's go like this first. Let's do these first. Let's do the webs and everything first. Really kind of hard to see on against this black, I will say. And if you messed up a little bit, you can go back with a little bit of black and go over the leg. I might have missed a little bit there. But no one's perfect, right? And touch-ups are great. Touch-up works just super cool while you're doing this. Oh, there's a star right there too, so we want to get that star. There's one over there. There's these cobwebs are right here in between the spider legs. So, and you can just cut your squeegees in half like I did here. And you just push it down in there. And if, like I said, if you get a little bit on his leg, it doesn't matter because, you know, spider legs are not all just one color. So we're just not going to worry about it. Okay. So you just take your excess off as you're going along. Always take your excess off. And then we're just going to come down here. I had to look real close at that because that was a little bit different. Now, not all the legs are exactly the same and not all the web is exactly the same, okay? So make sure you check that out real good. Because honestly, you just don't want to disappoint yourself. It's really nothing except for you, you know, when you get done. Because it's what you made. It's what you like. And it's so pretty. And this color works perfect. I think it looks good for a spider web. So yeah. So we'll just get that done here. So how's everybody doing tonight? I have a special VIP group. I'm going to hop on there tomorrow night. And we're going to do a little funning in there. I haven't been in there. I went live one other time, and that's the first time I went live. So I can hardly wait to go live in there and offer up some fun, okay? And I really like it if you guys would hop in there and show me what you've been making. It doesn't matter. I would just love to see what you have been making. If you made a pot roast, take a picture. Show me. Show me what you made. I would like to see it. I just think being creative can be many, many different ways. And this is a way that I like to be creative, but sometimes we have to be creative for the family and make some really cool food. I was creative last night. I made some nachos. That's about as creative as I've gotten for the week. A little bit right there. Just a little bit. All right, so you just go back and check. Make sure you got everything that you want on here, and then take off your excess. Go back and make sure you got everything through your transfer. Just look at that, because we're on this side now. Found a little bit there that I missed. And I'll just go down here and we'll get a little on that star. There's some stars in the background, so I'm just making them the same color. Just a little easier that way. And I'm getting my head in there too. You're probably looking at the top of my head. I'm sorry, I'm trying to see. That black background is pretty dark. Okay, we're almost there. One more row here, and I think we got it. Okay. And then we're going to have a green spider, right? Everybody agree? A green spider on Friday night. Green. We're going to have green. Okay, let's get it. Take off our excess. Had a good day at our store today. It was so fun. We have had about 80 degrees today here where we live, which is highly unusual. And so that was pretty fun, although I did have to work all day, so, but it's okay. I enjoyed my drive home, and that was nice. I'm hoping this weekend I can take a little bit of break and ride my horse. My mom's not feeling too good this weekend, so we'll see how she's feeling. I'm seeing just a little tiny bit more where I missed, okay? So I'm just filling that in. And after that, I think I got it. So let's wipe this off and let's get our green. Let's get our, oh, that's looking in like so cool. You guys, can you see that? That's awesome. That is awesome. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to say hi to all my friends out there. I hope you're having a great Friday night. I love it that you support me and like, follow, and share. I appreciate that so much. I love seeing you on there, and I try to answer, even if you can't make it live from me every night when I'm on here. But I'm very appreciative of your support. If you would like, share, and follow, I would absolutely love it. Okay, so I'm just going through here, collecting up some of this extra paste. And by the way, this is chalk paste. Got a couple more legs to go. Okay. Just going to push that through a little bit. And a little bit more over here. A little bit more all the way up to the end here. And then we will have it. Okay, now let's just go back and take one last look, get off the excess as best we can, because we have little spots here. So I hope you're going to enjoy this. We're going to take this off here in a minute. Make sure we got enough through there, and I think we are golden. So let's do it. The middle. Oh, you guys, isn't that so cool? That is so stinking cute. Look at that. Look at that. That is really cute. I think it's great. Great stuff. So, let me just move this out of the way. Let's dry it a minute. Isn't that so fun? What do you think? I think it's great. Okay, I'm gonna turn on my glue gun. You can have a little idea that I want to the side here. Oh, I think this turned out awesome. I'm very, very excited. And I do like the spider green. It is very, very cute. And I don't even like spiders. Yay. Okay. So, I'm going to wipe this off because I don't want it to dry up even more than it already is. Ooh, that green just made it. Okay, let me get this wiped off. Get my Bevius wiped off. Messy Marvin. I got it all over my fingers. I really do. I do. I got it all over right there. Got that silver. Alright. And then the only thing left that would be really, really fun is to flick a little bit of white in that background. But I think I'm not going to do that because we've already been messing around enough. And I have some really, really fun ribbon. I just got it today. Pulled it out of my box. And I think I know what I'd like to do with that. So, I think I'm liking this one. A little bit of this. Well, I think those are the ones that I like. Maybe a little bit of this. Okay, let's just set that aside. All right, so I'm thinking I would just like to hang it up here. I've got a hanger for this, okay? So I'm going to leave that for a hanger. But I'm thinking I would like to have a little bit of this just hang down on the side there. So I might maybe just some of this. The more I look at it, the more I'm loving it. Yeah, a little bit of this. a little bit of this. Cut that corner there. Let's just talk about that. A little bit of this. And I have some gray. I think that's stinking cute. Let's just tie the top of that with a moment. Just going to take that, wrap that around there. And tie that off. And give that just a little bit of a twisty note. Oh, I poked it right through. I'm sorry. I got it. Got these fingernails. Sometimes they're not good. Sometimes they're pretty great, but other times it's not a good thing. Okay. And so, I just want to see that. Take that and just cut that up like that. And like that. And I'm going to glue that right to that. And that was my vision. Okay. And this was my vision. And yours can be anything that you would like. Okay. So, I am thrilled. I love it. I think it's the cutest ever. And I think this little spider is adorable. Okay, just push that over a little bit. And I like this little black fuzzy material there. And I think that's just perfect. Now, I'm going to hold this up and I'm going to show you what it looks like. I have it stuck to my finger. Let's just cut that off right there. There we go. All right. And there, my friends, is our Halloween fun for the night. Isn't that just the cutest thing ever? And if you like Halloween, I can imagine not enjoying this transfer. It is the bomb. So, please like, share, and follow. I hope you enjoyed every minute of this. I hope you have an idea in the description box. There is exactly what I use. If you would like to have a cart link all supplied to you, I can put a cart link together and send that right out. And I think I do have, Connie, I do have glow in the dark, and I could go over that very much so. Yes, I have. Do you know, does the glow in the dark though get old? Because I have that from last year, and I was a little bit worried, but wouldn't that look super cool on the moon and the spider? I don't know. I'm going to try that. After I get off here with you guys, I'm going to give it a try and see. I did a skeleton last year and it still lights up, but that's dry. So, oh, thanks for hopping on, Connie. I'm so glad to see you. I got so into doing my little thing here that I wasn't even looking. Thank you so much. You guys have a great night. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll take a pic and I will set this up for you so that you can see it a little more up close. But I had fun with this, and we will see you probably tomorrow. Bye-bye.